Royal Purple lubricants have been on the market since 1986, when John Williams created a new lubrication technology to address the chronic bearing failure rate at an oil production facility. Royal Purple is different from other synthetic lubricants for a couple of reasons. For starters, the lubricant's purple color distinguishes it from all other lubricants. But more importantly, Royal Purple lubricants contain several performance advantages due to the special blend of synthetic oils plus the proprietary synthetic additive Synerlec. The Synerlec additive technology greatly reduces engine wear, which includes ring, cylinder, and bearing wear. The results of using Royal Purple are amazing. Royal Purple has an unusually high film strength, up to 400% stronger than other brands. This film strength provides additional protection to bearings under heavy loads. Royal Purple's exceptional oxidation stability provides a longer oil life, which extends oil drain intervals. In addition, Royal Purple protects against rust and corrosion in both wet and high temperature applications. Likewise, Royal Purple prevents varnish and sludge buildup, plus it also cleans the equipment in the process, which extends the life of the equipment. The primary purpose of any lubricant is to reduce friction, and Royal Purple reduces friction up to 78.7% when compared to conventional lubricants. But Royal Purple goes even further to prevent friction, as Royal Purple lubricants adhere to engine surfaces and even remain after shutdown. Let's take a look at a demonstration that was conducted by Royal Purple, where a Phaelix lubricity tester was used to test the load-carrying capability of a leading brand of lubricant compared to Royal Purple.
By now you have heard about some of the unique benefits of Royal Purple motor oil. One of the primary features of the oil is its high film strength. Some of the important benefits of Royal Purple motor oil, such as improved fuel economy, lower emissions, and reduced maintenance, can be attributed to this one unique feature of Royal Purple. This machine is called a Phaelix lubricity tester. Despite its imposing name, it's actually a very simple device we can use to compare the load-carrying capability of a film of oil. On this rotating shaft is a Timken race, a metal device that simulates the high-speed moving parts of an engine. The race is lubricated by an oil cup, which provides the oil film. Opposing this race is a Timken test bearing. When load is applied to the bearing, it will attempt to rub against the race if the oil film does not have enough film strength to prevent it. We can increase load in our test by adding 2-pound weights to the lever bar supporting the bearing. After fully loading the bearing, we'll remove it to measure the oil film strength by observing the size and condition of the wear scar on the bearing. These gauges allow us to monitor bearing temperature and motor amps. During the test, we'll be able to measure the demand on our energy as we increase the load. We'll begin our test with one of the more well-known high-quality synthetic oils. Lubricating the bearing and the race with just an oil film simulates real-life engine conditions. First, we'll check to make sure we have adequate lube to our race and our bearing, which we do. The only thing separating the bearing and the race is the film of oil. Next, we'll add weight to increase the load. Notice that as we start adding load, the demand on the energy is increased. The demand increases from approximately 5 amps unloaded to over 8 amps with 3 weights. We'll remove the bearing to see how it was affected under that type of load. Notice that the bearing shows a very large wear area that is also very rough. Now we'll put Royal Purple to the same test. This time we'll start with Royal Purple 5W30 motor oil, our fully formulated motor oil. We'll use a new test bearing to compare how Royal Purple performs under the same conditions. Now we'll turn on the motor and add the load. Notice that with a full load of 4 weights, the energy draw is about the same without the load. Another unique feature of Royal Purple oil is that it leaves a very tenacious oil film behind on all parts once they are lubricated. To demonstrate this, we'll simulate a cold start on an engine by removing the oil supply. With no oil supply, we can actually start this motor fully loaded and almost immediately return to our starting amps. When the bearing is removed, it shows a dramatic difference in the wear area, without the scarring that was observed with the other oil.
Royal Purple motor oil is recommended for use in all 4-cycle gasoline engines and both 2-cycle and 4-cycle diesel applications, including cars, trucks, motorhomes, and RVs, boats, commercial fleet, and stationary industrial diesel engines. Performance gains vary depending on the type of vehicle and the way a vehicle is driven, but independent tests have shown that Royal Purple motor oil typically improves horsepower and torque up to 3%. While reducing fuel consumption by as much as 5% and reducing emissions by 20% or more. Lubricants often have a service life of about 3,000 miles due to oxidation, which reduces the oil's ability to lubricate. But Royal Purple's superior oxidation stability enables oil changes to be extended up to 12,000 miles or more, depending on the equipment. Royal Purple motor oils are compatible with other mineral and synthetic motor oils, and they will not void new car warranties. Royal Purple does recommend waiting until the manufacturer's first scheduled oil change, which equates to a minimum of 2,000 miles in new gasoline engines or 8,000 to 10,000 miles in diesel engines before using Royal Purple motor oils. Royal Purple has even been endorsed by the editors of Hot Rod magazine, as they say, "We've torn down some of our dyno engines that have been seriously abused, but when Royal Purple was in the pan, the bearings have still looked like new." In addition to motor oils for the everyday motorist, Royal Purple also has an extensive lineup of extreme performance and racing oils. The high film strength of these oils makes them well suited for ultra-performance applications, as well as today's high-performance cars and trucks, particularly turbo and supercharged engines and engines using a nitrous boost. Royal Purple also manufactures gear oils, which are recommended for use in trucks, motorhomes, and RVs, as well as front or rear automotive differentials, manual transmissions, and lower gear units of marine engines that specify usage of an API GL4 or GL5 fluid. Royal Purple gear oil provides maximum protection for heavily loaded gears as it makes them run smoother, quieter, cooler, and longer without overhauls. Just as impressive, Royal Purple also manufactures a synthetic, high-performance, long-life, multi-purpose automatic transmission fluid. This Royal Purple product is more oxidation stable than other automatic transmission fluids, which affords longer fluid life. And for those customers looking for a synthetic radiator coolant additive, Royal Purple's Purple Ice is the answer. For usage with either gasoline or diesel engines, Purple Ice is formulated to reduce the surface tension of the coolant, which improves heat transfer through the cooling system, while providing additional protection against rust, corrosion, and erosion. Make note, though, that Purple Ice should not be used in new radiators until antifreeze has been cycled through the system. Currently, the Royal Purple stocking inventory levels will vary from store to store, but each O'Reilly distribution center handles all Royal Purple items for easy access whenever your customers are asking for Royal Purple. As a thank you for learning more about Royal Purple and for recommending their products to your customers, Royal Purple has created a computer link as part of this assignment. Accessing this link will allow O'Reilly team members a chance to register to win a $100 gift certificate, which will be redeemable for Royal Purple licensed merchandise. Simply complete the Royal Purple quiz and submit your answers along with your name, team member number, and store number, as 36 O'Reilly team members will be randomly drawn. Don't confuse this quiz with the actual test for completing this monthly Counter Talk assignment, as the Royal Purple quiz will only register you in the drawing for a Royal Purple gift certificate, and it will not complete the training for this module. So get registered for the $100 prize and then spread the word about Royal Purple as you make customers aware that not all lubrication products are equal. Now that's it for today, and in closing, I'd like to say thank you for everything you do to keep Team O'Reilly on track to reach our 4 in 10 Everyone Wins goal. And good luck with the Summer Sales Challenge and with all your selling experiences as you continue to spread the word that the friendliest, most professional parts people in town will always be found at O'Reilly Auto Parts. where customer service is our #1 priority.